Hello to all my friends out there. Hi, you guys, and welcome to all the new subscribers. Very glad to have you. Very, very glad to have you. This video is Can We Trust the Insectoids, and are animals more highly evolved? So we'll be thinking about this. We'll be examining this. Okay. Can we trust an insectoid? Insectoids, like aliens, are among many different types of aliens reported by abductees. So insectoids have been reported as being present or actually abducting humans and taking them off the planet, sometimes to Mars. I don't know about other planets, but probably. So insectoids could be involved in kidnapping of children, and maybe of missing people for nefarious activities. Okay, so the three kinds of insectoids we're going to discuss are bees. Bees are insects, flies, and mantis beings. This is a picture of a mantis that I drew, and one of the followers told me, you don't have enough legs, they have 6 legs. And I said, oh yeah, that's right. And that's the picture of me that I drew. And this is a picture of, this is a picture of a fly that I drew. I was in a creative, I'm not sure which side is the right side. I think it's this one. I drew these a while back. Okay, I intended to do live chats, but the chats, some of the chatters could not be civil, and another thing, it's hard to find my chats. To find my chats, you have to go on my Twitter. You can go to my Twitter very easily, Rotostone Twitter. I'll come right up. Okay, so now, first one to consider bees. Bees are harmless, bees are good. Bees gather nectar from plants and fertilize our plants, causing our crops to multiply, causing the plants to, cross-pollinate and such. And so generally bees are considered good. Also, a worrisome thing is a lot of bees have ended up dead. And people are up in arms over, there's been targeted bees, like targeted people, lots of bees dead. People have had to hide their bees. Okay, now the thing about bees that's interesting, and this is to do with online, is the hive mind. That means if you can get a lot of people in the same way of thinking or in the same area, it creates a lot of energy, and you have created a hive mind. And that could be good, that could be bad. It's very, very hot here. Okay, on my discussion of aliens, there was a video I did on clones, and one of the uses for clones could be replacement containers. Otherwise, like a person, some person or some alien or some entity could actually inhabit a replacement container. So really, it's like another form of kidnapping. You're really helping yourself to someone else's body. Or containment vessels, call it what you want. So, okay, so amongst bees, we know that there is the what is it? the concept of a hive mind. And bees buzz. And if you've ever been, you know, like online a lot, you'll notice you get a buzzing in your head. So bees buzz. Okay, next one, flies. Everyone hates flies. Okay, in nature, flies aid us in decomposition, right? They fly onto, you find flies at garbage, at death of animals or humans. The nastier it is, the more flies like to crawl around on it. Dog poop, flies are nasty. Okay, we all know that. And like, as far as, well, I can't say a huge amount of flies have not been targeted and killed. Like if you have a fly problem, you have to find the nest and you have to kill the flies at the nest or you'll never be rid of them. Flies are horrible. Everyone hates flies, pretty much. And they crawl around and they spread disease. Flies are pretty bad. But in the Bible, there is mention of Beelzebub. He is king of the flies. He is a demon. And he's been noted as the king of the flies, and not in a good way, in a demon type way. Another insect that has been mentioned in the Bible is locusts. And locusts have been showing up lately in huge swarms all over the place. There were swarms of locusts in Sardinia, in Iran, and I think, if I'm not wrong, I think in LA, which is, what is the flies doing in LA? Well, if Beelzebub is, locusts, if Beelzebub is king of the flies, well, maybe locusts too. Locusts are bad. They consume all kinds of the crops, and you know, they're up to no good if they're in your area. There's reasons it's called pest control. Okay, and the third type of insect is the mantis. In some circles, it has been said that perhaps a mantis is half human and half alien. They do kind of look like aliens if you check it out. Okay, if you stood a fly up, it's kind of like a mantis, and it's kind of like an alien, and, you know, they're disagreeable. Okay, now, the mantis have been involved, according to abductees, in abductions. Some people 20 years, some people 40 years. Kidnapping. So, you know, and mantis speak in clicking sounds, and flies speak in buzzing sounds. You know, we have terms like the buzz. That means a lot of buzzing around. Where, you know, if it looks like a snake and it crawls like a snake, if it buzzes like a bee, if it buzzes like a fly, and mantis communicate by clicking sounds and also telepathy towards humans. And from what I can understand, although I'm not 100%, the mantis are 9 feet tall and extremely intelligent, and usually control the spacecrafts. So, okay, so thinking about containment vessels, could a fly, could a bee, could a mantis, could a locust be contained by maybe aliens or demons? Maybe, just saying. Okay, now, bees. Bees have been, okay, so all the evil insects, right? You go, oh, you know, the most evil is those disgusting flies. Well, mantis are really, really evil because they abduct people for 20 years, even children, and also experiments on humans. And bees are harmless. They're being killed. They're helping the planet. Okay, now, of all those insects, which might be the most evil? Last night I was watching David Icke, and he was discussing pedophilia, and he said that a pedophile enjoys the torture and the rape of children, you know, the pedophilia, like nectar. Okay, what insect do we know that loves nectar? Well, it'd be bees. So it's possible that out of all the insects with the hive mind, with the love of nectar, might possibly be the most evil of all. It bears thinking about. Okay. So, you know, never trust a bee. Also, have you ever seen a killer bee? Wasps are like bees. You know, they can cause a lot of pain if they sting a lot. We used to have avocado orchards, and believe me, bees can be pests. But, you know, it was good that we had them. But, like, the hives would fly in and, you know, oh, my gosh. And if you get a bee problem, let me tell you, they're there to stay, and it's expensive to get rid of them. Oh, and I wanted to mention my lovely necklace. Okay, this is some of the things I sell on eBay. This pin and this necklace, and I have to be careful not to break it. And I want to show the ladies something real quick, because, you know, you might be saying, well, what can I do with these stupid brooches and pins? Well, you can do a lot of cute stuff with brooches and pins. Personally, I collect them. Well, I can't get it off. I have to be careful. Okay, look. What I did was I fastened my pin onto my necklace with a safety pin, and I have a piece of tape going this way, and then I wrap tape up around this way. But really, you should never wear a heavy brooch like this on your necklace. This necklace is hand-strung, literally on a string. Okay, so now the next topic is, are animals more highly evolved? Well, yeah, I think animals could be more highly evolved. And animals are moving around in our society more freely in cities everywhere, and people here get phony animal vests, you know, saying it's a service animal. They're not service animals. Anyway, so when I was a kid, this is a long time ago because I'm 63, there was mention that when an American would go to France and Sweden should return our wrapper. The guy was clearly a pest. So some of us are up in arms over that. Okay, and that's because they're non-violent. So, you know, you can't bug the hell out of those people. They don't have weapons. People, is this what you want our country to be like? I mean, the guy was just a freaking pest. Okay, never mind that. Okay, so in times past, when Americans would go to France, they would say, my God, the animals, especially the dogs, is all over, even under the table when you go to a restaurant. I mean, that was unheard of in America. It's not unheard of now. I did a video, some of you might have seen it, with a lady, her French poodle and herself were eating lunch in McDonald's. Was kind of cute. Okay, so it's possible animals could be more highly evolved because animals are in the company of humans more. It's possible. When we were kids, the animals were out in the yard guarding the house, and our animals did a good job of that. They weren't in the house sleeping in our beds. They were outside guarding the house so nobody got in the house to, you know, cause trouble. Okay, so now a humanoid is an alien that has the appearance of a human. They're not a human. They're an alien, but they look like a human. So could animaloids exist? Yeah, I think so. And some have been documented. Okay, the Canis bean is a alien that resembles a husky, and they actually talk in like you know, Canis beans. A lot of people have heard them, and I always say to my son, how do we know Char the dog is not a Canis bean? I mean, how would you know? Like, my son goes on Craigslist and adopts this pitiful dog. I'm pretty sure he came from Mexico. It cost hundreds of dollars, and he was saved by a good vet. So, okay, there's Canis beans. Okay, how about cat-type beans that are like people? Like on the Egyptian ruins, like certain people, you know, have an affinity towards cats. Lots of people love cats, like me. I don't love the smell of a cat in my house or a dog in my bed. Sorry, cat lovers and dogs. Okay, horses. Horses, and you'll notice, like in the Egyptian ruins, the horses play a big part. I mean, you know, it's unbelievable. And, you know, I was raised around horses a lot, and, you know, I swear, at times, I can tell you, it's like I'm thinking like a horse. One time, my dad had 5 kids. He would not buy me a horse. The neighbor of my friend, who had a nice big black Arabian, said, you can use our horse anytime you want. So then my parents were very unmotivated to buy a horse. So I had access to the horse. And so after school, you know, he would be waiting for me to come and get him and go riding, and we would ride. And so I had the old smart horse, and she had the young horse. And so my horse, we, you know, would gallop way out to El Capitan High School, and we would gallop around and around. I was allowed to horseback ride until it got dark. Then I had to come home. When my horse was done riding, he would suck his belly in. I mean, sometimes at a gallop. And so that meant enough is enough, time to go home. So I always cooperated with my horse. But my friend would hit her horse in the head with a little riding crop, you know, smack him. And one day he reached out and he bit her on the arm, and he looked at me like she really deserved it. And I thought, yeah, she really did. He didn't break the skin, but she had a black and blue. Horses bite, don't ever forget that. Okay, another being that, and now they're giving dolphins human rights. Dolphins are mammals. Of all the animals that might possibly be a dolphinoid, it'd be a dolphin, because they are mammals. And I love to watch dolphins on YouTube, and sometimes at night I dream of dolphins. I mean, vivid dreams of dolphins. It's crazy. So could these highly evolved animals be animaloids? Yeah, I think so. They could be containment vessels for either aliens or demons. So that needs to be considered. Okay, you guys, you saw the video of the lady who married her dog, okay? I thought it was super fascinating, and I watched it a couple of times. And I think we're going to see more of this stuff where people are incredibly enmeshed with animals. One thing is they could be more separated by the internet, by the hive mind, from people, and become more attached to dogs. Then there's the other bad possibility that her dog could be indwelt by a demon, or her dog could be an alien, or there could be, she mentioned online activities. I don't want to say it out loud, but with dogs, which is gross, and they should be arrested. I don't know if that's a crime. That should be a crime. But they say in the end of times, all kinds of evil stuff is going to be going on. So on the one hand, I think animals are more evolved, and on the other hand, it's possible there's more to these animals that meet the eye. So I just wanted to do a video for my followers, and if you like this, I would like a thumbs up, if you wouldn't mind. If you hate it, that's okay. I would like a thumbs down. They count the same. Not gonna hurt my feelings with a thumbs down. I don't even know you guys. Some of you are super lovable though, and I'm very glad to know you. Even the haters, eventually, you know, you're gonna become lovable too if you hang out with me long enough. And so if you have any comments on, let's see, Insectoids, if you have any comments on any crazy animal stories, I would like to hear those, and so would all my followers. And I would like to invite you to subscribe to the Crazy Cheap family. Okay, now I want to give credit. The animals are more highly evolved came from Corey Good, and I love his videos as well. And then David Icke, that's where the idea of the pedophilia is like nectar to the pedophiles, which is possibly behind that. Okay, they say all this pedophilia has to do with Satanism. Satan has to do with robbing, killing, war, death, and a lot of these insects are connected with that kind of thing too. So I will be doing, so now I would like to invite you to subscribe, hit the bell if you want. I do a variety of topics. And so if you guys don't watch all of my videos, that disrupts the feed. So if you wouldn't mind watching each and every one of my videos from beginning to end, and if you wouldn't mind when my videos play, would you please watch the whole entire ad so that I can gain more money, and God bless you all.